I'm Luke Summerhays, and I love Noibat. Despite sharing the spotlight with ghosts and ghouls, bats are real animals, and mostly harmless ones. Sure, they come out at night, and they're of the blood-sucking variety we call vampire bats. But nonetheless, I don't feel too bad that these remarkable creatures are not being spoken about on a Halloween episode. On the other hand, while Vlad Dracula was real, he was absolutely horrifying. Also known as Vlad the Impaler, Vlad III, King of Wallachia, was a mighty warrior, but also a bloodthirsty tyrant. When British author Bram Stoker wanted to tie his fictional undead vampire to a historical figure 400 years after Vlad's death, there was still a terrible legacy tied to Dracula, a name which comes from the Order of the Dragon. Noibat is a pink and purple, flying and dragon-type Pokémon that resembles a large-eared bat with dark hair on its legs and body. Though it is a dragon-type, Noibat is much more of a harmless fruit bat than a terrible vampire. Pokémon Ultra Sun tells us, "Fruits are its favorite foods. This gourmet carefully picks out just the ripe ones using its sonar." And Ultra Moon says, "It flies around in search of fruit to eat. It uses ultrasonic waves to detect which fruits are ripe." Another common misconception about bats is that they are blind. While it's true that they use incredible supersonic navigation, this isn't because their eyesight is especially bad, it's just because they operate in dark places, like caves or primarily at night. Still, this sonar ability is impressive, and of course it's exaggerated in the Pokémon. Pokémon X tells us, "They live in pitch-black caves. Their enormous ears can emit ultrasonic waves of 200,000 Hz. And Pokémon Y says, "Even a robust wrestler will become dizzy and unable to stand when exposed to its 200,000 Hz ultrasonic waves." This power results in the Pokémon's name. Combine noise and bat, and you get Noibat. Similarly, the Japanese name is Onbat, combining on or sound and the English bat, while almost being a pun on onpa or sound wave. Noibat is a cute, adorable critter, and statistically the weakest of all dragon Pokémon. A true representation of the harmless majority of bats in the real world. At level 48, however, it begins to lean closer to Vlad Dracula, when it evolves into Noivern. Noivern is a large draconic bat, which resembles a gargoyle one might see, adorning a Gothic church wall. It's darker in colour than its predecessor, with red claws and a white ruff around its neck, as sported by Dracula, particularly in the Castlevania video game series. Pokémon Sword tells us, "Aggressive and cruel, this Pokémon will ruthlessly torment enemies that are helpless in the dark." And Pokémon Violet says, "In the dark, even Hydreigon are terrified of this Pokémon. But in the light, Noivern is the one that avoids battle." The name, Noivern, keeps the noise part, but now combines it with the suffix from wyvern, leaning harder into the dragon typing. The Japanese name, Onvern, takes the same route. Noivern has a great speed stat and decent special attack, tied to the useful typings of dragon and flying. On top of this, its ability Infiltrator let it ignore moves like Substitute. It found some roles in competitive play here and there, but alas, the dragon type is full of outrageously powerful monsters, which Noivern can't quite keep up with. Pokémon Y tells us, "The ultrasonic waves it emits from its ears can reduce large boulders to pebbles. It swoops out of the dark to attack." And Ultra Sun tells us, "Although it has a violent disposition, If you give it a nice ripe fruit that it loves, Noivern will suddenly become tame. One trainer who did tame a Noivern was Ash Ketchum. In the anime, Ash hatched a Noibat from an egg and raised it into a powerful Noivern. The crybaby Noibat became a fan favourite as a kind of disciple to Ash's Hawlucha. Noivern combines real animal biology with a classic horror icon and a technological metaphor. Plenty to make me love it. On top of that, it's also the favourite Pokémon of a close friend of mine. Shout out to Amelia, the best Pokémon player I actually know. Music for Luke Loves Pokémon is by Jonathan Cromie. Artwork for the show is by Katie Groves. If you enjoy the podcast, find out about my other shows at podcastiopodcastius.org. Get in touch on Blue Sky at Podcast Podcast, or support the show at patreon.com/podcastiopodcastius. If you want to see my very slow on-stream playthrough of Pokemon Legends ZA, head to twitch.tv/buskalily. And I love hearing from listeners. Up next are Xerneas and Evildal, so hit me up about those or any other Pokemon. And even if you don't feel like doing any of that, thank you so much for listening. I love Noibat, and remember, I love you too.